What's up, everybody? Today I am on Confidence Creators channel, and he did something talking about the benefits of marriage. He is not really a reaction, kind of, sort of. He's using MTR's footage originally, but we're not going to react to that part. I'm going to react to the specific part where he switches to Anton. I don't know not exactly familiar with the channel. I've only seen a few clips of it. I don't watch it. So, it's Anton Daniels has at it right there. Um, but there's a specific point where he's making a case for marriage, and I'm going to be reacting to that.
Made a bunch of dumb points, and MTR was just reacting to them. Most people in this space believe marriage isn't beneficial. So, in the interest of your time and not repeating the same talking points, let's get to the benefits. Go ahead, Anton.
Before he lets Anton go, what I want to say is, if you're when you're talking about people saying there's no benefit to marriage, I think the proper way to say that is they're saying the benefits don't outweigh the cons. And I think we have to always understand that even when in this situation, which people need to be more careful how they word it, everybody, when they're speaking on the subject, is speaking personally, even if they're speaking generally. So, I mean, you can take that and break it down and say that, well, they shouldn't be speaking on it in that way and that should change it. But let's be real, everybody's speaking personally. So let's continue.
When we talking about marriage, right? Ask yourself this question before we even start deep diving into this conversation. Why do you think that gay people fought so hard to be recognized as married couples? They shouldn't even be fighting so hard. They shouldn't be dedicating everything that they have to something that doesn't even mean anything. But for some reason, us and our community don't understand the benefits and the power that go along with being married.
But they gonna learn today.
Well, for one, you can say that you want something you can't have. That could be one reason. Just because it's beneficial to a gay person doesn't mean it's going to be beneficial to a straight person. Understand? Now, I guess I'll get into my personal pros and cons at the end. So let's continue on through.
Gonna learn today.
Today, there are about 1,100 federal benefits, rights, and protections given to married couples. Before the Supreme Court decision, same-sex partners in civil unions and domestic partnerships were only eligible for a few of those benefits, largely on a state-by-state basis. For many, this was a human rights issue, but it also had a huge financial effect.
We have a progressive tax system, which means as you make more money, you arrive in a higher tax bracket. The benefits of it, though, is because, right, I often cite that my chick ain't worked in 13 years. She had that luxury, right? Wanted to raise our daughter, find herself, live in her femininity, wanted to just be under Anton if you just really want to know. But my chick hasn't worked in 13 years. However, throughout my life, I've been able to benefit from doubling to a larger extent the tax threshold that I would have been paying had I been a single man.
I was listening to this YouTube podcast while I was at work today. It's called Pink Book Lessons, I think. I think that's what it's called. And I she was covering the two people going back and forth about this very subject. No, I don't just listen to marriage debates. Just coincidence. But one chick that was against marriage said that people, and I agree with this because I've noticed this, that they seem to always want to bring up the money part, and it's like, all right, for one, are we talking about becoming together strictly for business reasons? That's fine, but can we say that because it's usually people want to bring up the love part, the stability part, this part, but it seems to be the first go to is either sex or money. And again, when you're talking about the whole you get a tax break and all that, how is it really going to save you? The average person. Let's go with the average person. Because at some point he's going to say he's a millionaire. Let's go with the average person. Is that tax break going to save you more money than if you were to be a single person? And or would it even matter if you're a single person and you're not having kids to leave your money to? Again, if you want to say that, well, if you're going to be single, why do you even care? Again, people are speaking on this subject from a personal position, a personal stance.
A ton of money, which I was then able to allocate the majority of the money that I would have been giving to the federal government and our states and all of that. I put it into my own bag.
That's another thing, the government. It depends on, now, somebody like me, it depends on how you look at the government, right? I look at taxes and the government as the government is the big ass bully that comes wrong, give me a shit. Well, why? Why do I have to give me a shit? They take the check, they take their cut and give you your allowance, because that's pretty much what your check is when the government can just take whatever they want. It's called an allowance. Then if they'll tell you, if you get married, I'll take less. Why don't you take none at all? No. If you get married, I'll take less, because I'm taking the shit one way or another. So depending on how you look at the government and tax subject in general, I guess is how you argue this, because I don't think they should have that much say or input or control in your life at all. I do. So that's how I come at it. So that's one of the biggest reasons why I disagree with this problem.
Which has then compounded and multiplied to where I'm a millionaire and you sitting there still asking me what's the benefits of marriage. There's marriage bonuses,
single millionaires,
that can amount to up to 21% of a couple's income. You don't get that bonus as a single person.
Give me a shit, you get married, I'll take less.
There's marriage bonuses that can amount up to 21%. This is a fact. I'm not telling you nothing that I think. I'm not giving you my opinion. This isn't even debatable. This is a fact. Look,
the problem with bringing up the tax thing or the money thing in general is now you gotta look at this person completely different now. I'm looking at the union completely different now. And I'm not gonna say you shouldn't look at it at all this way, but when you start bringing up the money thing, is now it's just like, okay, so it almost sounds like it's just a business thing when you speak in it to this degree. Now maybe it's because he's going to death about it. Maybe, I don't know, but that's how it just comes off to me.
Listen, as a single person in the 25 largest cities in America, if you make $100,000 a year on average, you're taking home less than 70 just from taxes alone. Fact.
So let's break that down real quick. This is the federal income tax chart. Say Antoine only made 6 figures, but still paid all the bills for his wife, not his girlfriend, which it should be 50-50 until you're married, in my opinion. But that's another video topic. So Anton makes $100,000 a year in New York. His first $81,000 is taxed at the married level of 12%, and his last $19,000 is taxed at the 22% level. His federal tax bill at the end of the year is $16,279 because he's married. Now, if Anton is single and shacking it up, he's traditional, so he's still paying all the bills. But wait, he's not married. So now Anton pays $22,754 for the year, which is a difference of $6,475.
This is relevant if you live with your girlfriend. If you don't live with your girlfriend, this is completely irrelevant.
Guys, that's an extra $540 a month in your pockets, and that's at $100,000 a year. We all know the more money you make, the more income taxes you pay. So if you made $1 million a year, like some celebrities do, they would save up to $40,000 on their taxes yearly. Imagine if you invested that.
So, you want to get hired before summer ends? The hottest tech companies are desperate to hire.
But wait, there's more financial benefits.
Let me read something to you that I pulled up. If the owner of a successful business marries someone who is not taking advantage of their tax deductions, they may be able to reduce their tax burden via a write-off. We're going to get into that. I'm a deep dive into that one for y'all. Do you know that as a married couple, you have increased borrowing power? Bet you didn't know that. Bet you didn't really even take advantage of that one. Lenders favor couples over single people. Fact. You know, it's so funny because I like to talk about like retirement.
So if you work a 9 to 5, this is irrelevant. Most people are going to fit into the 9 to 5. I don't. The reasons so far are basically you should get married if you fit into this very, very small group of people. So most people should get married anyway, according to the reasons so far.
Benefits, Social Security, stuff like that. Even healthcare to a larger extent. Yo, if you go into any government body, if you try to get recognized in any estate planning, any of that type of stuff, right? They don't recognize you because you shacking up. Something happened to you, something happened to them. You don't get none of that. None of that.
Which brings me into the DMX story. Rest in peace to him.
I'm not sure, but I'm assuming you can kind of like write into a will. But I'm not sure.
But he didn't have a will and was engaged to his girlfriend for 10 years. So his fiance is going to his kids. And
don't get nothing.
You don't pass go, don't collect $200, don't get the Social Security benefits. You don't get nothing. They don't recognize you. You can't.
You shouldn't be forced to pay Social Security anyway. That money you should be able to take on your own, invest it how you want, put it up how you want, whatever. It shouldn't be forced out of your pocket by the government, which kind of sounds like government kind of hijacked marriage and said, you're going to do it how we want you to do it so we can make people go through what the fuck ever, because it doesn't make any sense that government is a reason you be married. That's stupid. Who the fuck are they?
Health insurance as a married couple just because you want to mentally recognize it and shack up, get all of the benefits that come along with somebody like me, you don't get nothing. Did you know that you get lower costs when it comes to health insurance, better home insurance, auto insurance rates?
Is that automatic? Not. This is really just a question. Is that automatic? They just go, "Are you married?" So therefore we lower it, or is it just generally, or like chicken or egg? Is the question there?
Sounds like you're saving more money. I find it funny that the same people that complain about guys losing money in a divorce because they didn't have a prenup, which works, guys. Side note, prenups work. Hell, the damn lead attorney who handles divorces even said they work if they're done right.
If they're done right. Meaning, if the judge in front of us says, I see an error, pay her. Like, that's pretty much if it done right mean. Like, the fact that the if is there on that particular subject kind of cancels itself out.
Dr. Dre, I'm going to do a whole video about this because, you know, the wife, who's an attorney, the wife signed a prenup and is trying to get it thrown out. And it's looking like, you know, it's looking like she's got a hard road to prove it. But he made a bad decision. He gave her that prenup very close to the wedding, apparently. And that's a big no-no. That's a big no-no. So, what if...
So many games can be played with marriage? Can y'all really blame people for not wanting to be caught up in a fucking game with their livelihood? People rather be in control of their own livelihood.
If your prenup is properly drafted? What if you follow all the rules? Is it trash? No, it's the best thing The best thing you can do for asset protection for both parties. Listen, guys, women are coming up, man. Women are asking for prenups now, and women aren't scared to ask for them. A lot of guys want to ask for them, but they're scared because they feel like the woman might get angry, right? But it's funny how a woman ain't scared at all.
But once again, another video topic for another day.
Listen, I'm an advocate for marriage because I understand that the best way to build a strong community, and when I say community, I'm not just talking about me by myself. I'm not just talking about you by yourself. I'm talking about y'all always asking a question. So what's the solution to fix the community, fix the culture? It's having a strong family unit. Well, how do you build a strong family unit? Well, first, financially, from a business perspective, it's beneficial for you to keep more money in your pocket to do the things that you want.
He had me at first until he brought up the money. When he was talking about because I've said it before, when black people say we need how do we build the community? Well, generally black people gotta have less fun, more work. Less fun, more work. But to break it down specifically in what he just said, yeah, you need to say, listen, we're gonna get start families and we're gonna just generation by generation make everything better, and until we and make sure we get to that point where we are a strong community. And then he ruined it with the tap. God damn it. Here's why I'm upset with the whole money thing. To me, when you're selling marriage, you're selling like the family unit. So when you start bringing up the money part, it's just like, well, hell, as a single man on my own, the money doesn't even fucking matter. When I was making minimum wage, money wasn't this huge issue. Was it? Was it a problem? Obviously, it was a problem, but it wasn't like, oh my god, what I could save money from my own pocket and be okay with just a minimum wage. So when you're selling the family to me, why are you trying to sell me with money?
By marrying the person that you sleep with every day. I'm not even gonna go into the moral aspect of it yet. I haven't even got into the
I think I don't think he actually featured in his video. I think this is just he just ripped the video from his channel, and this context is him responding to somebody who's talking about why get married when you can just shack up, because that's what he keeps referring to. So I think that's like I think that's why he keeps doing this.
emotional, the spiritual connection that you have with somebody that you insert. I haven't even gotten to that yet.
Nah, let's do that now. Research shows that married people live longer. I guess life is better when you're
I did a video like 2 years ago, and it was when they said, men should get married because married men make more money. Married men live longer. Married men, listen, men who make more money attract more better women, making marriage more enticing if they want to get married, I guess, whatever. So, you would, okay, so I've said that, reset, because I'm lost. So with making more money would also come besides better quality partners. Health insurance or health care, whatever health. Somewhere to stay, which means you won't get shot by a random mother is likely. Right? Stuff like that goes into living longer. Damn. It's like, oh, because you get it. Here's the thing. I understand why you would think that, but when people refuse to even acknowledge anything else that goes into living longer, that's what pisses me off. Yes, you two being together could possibly y'all stay on top of each other's health because you want each other to be there. I'm not saying that isn't the case. I'm sure that happens. But stop acting like that's the only reason. The part where you can afford a better place to stay, better health care, That plays into a pretty good part of it as well. And on top of that, like I said, the guy making the money, I'm pretty sure that's what comes up first, and which attracts him to somebody who's willing to give him the deal he wants for marriage. I kind of feel like now this is going to be taken to, okay, so you single niggas is broke. Play.
You're in a good marriage. Married people have better outcomes after major surgeries and are more likely to
Better hospital.
survive cancer. Married people, on average, are less likely.
What the fuck kind of stat is that? You are more likely to survive cancer. But do they know magic? Or is it again fine? Get married because life, it will just be better when you're married. It will just be better. That's how it works. That's how marriage works. It just makes life better magically.
Likely to be depressed, and don't act like women are the only ones that get depressed when
Okay, so here's the thing with the whole mental health thing. This is a real question. This is not me being asked. You got it. This is yet again a chicken or egg concept. Okay. Do people refrain or try their best not to marry uh mentally ill people, someone they notice is depressed a lot, or because it could be both, honestly. But if it's both, they cancel each other out. Or is it that people, when they get married and they see that their partner is depressed, they say, "I'm not going to leave." Like we all know a lot of people who have done. I'm not going to leave. I'm going to stay there and I'm going to help you through it. You got to tell me which one came first. You can't just say, "Well, they're less likely to be depressed." Why?
commit suicide at a much higher rate than women do.
Okay, you brought up men committing suicide at a much higher rate. Men have actually stated this. Some men committed suicide over child support, over divorces, over women, a whole lot of shit. It just can't be, oh, if I get married, then I'm definitely not going to kill myself. She might be the reason you kill yourself.
And these are just facts. What if you're breaking the law? Your wife legally doesn't have to testify against you. And speaking about breaking the law, the National Crimes Victimization Survey found that single and divorced women were 4 to 5 times more likely to be victims of violence in any given year than wives. 2/3 of acts of violence against women committed by intimate partners were not committed by husbands.
I don't know this, but I'm just throwing this up, like, seriously. Because possibly, one, they could notice that a guy is abusive and say, oh shit, I'm not marrying that guy. The people who commit violence could more likely be locked up and not out here to finesse their way into marriage with somebody that'll take care of them. Single women, depending on how later on in life they are single, could probably live a lifestyle that brings them into contact with abusers. So here's why these reasons that people throw out there get to me. Like I said a few minutes ago, you can't just throw it out there and go. A lot of the things are not the way they are just simply because you're married. You might not be married because of your lifestyle, and you might not be doing it on purpose. So a lot of this stuff that they bring up is like, dude, you gotta really put more of a perspective on it. You can't just say a reason. You can't just say a reason.
But by boyfriends. But you don't care about women. What about your kids? Studies show children lead healthier, longer lives if parents get and stay married. Also, when you have a kid, the FMLA regulations are very clear. Male employees are entitled to FMLA caregiving leave only when their wives are pregnant, not their girlfriends. So you don't get to take off if your girl is having a baby. You can also take a leave of
Again, you don't need the government for this. I didn't read that whole screen. I probably should backtrack. I'm just going to wing it. That's them requiring companies to give them time. There are companies that will just let you get time off. I don't know what percentage of it is. I don't know. But again, you don't need the government for that. Again, that's a government thing. I'm not giving that any credit because I don't want them that much into my life. So I'm not going to reap the benefits here in this situation.
absence if your spouse is sick or if someone in your wife's family dies. But no one, I repeat, no one gives a fuck about your little girlfriend. And my favorite one is you'll have.
That's a dangerous thing to say because depending on who you are, they can flip that into you saying nobody cares about women until you, the man, validate them with marriage. So you got to be real careful how you make that statement.
Have better sex more often. Despite what your RP coach will tell you, most of you will never be me.
What?
You'll never smash a ton of girls like I did. That's just not you, bro, and it's cool. Statistically speaking, most people are all talk and no action. Sure, you'll watch all the dating videos, but let's be honest, a lot of you guys aren't getting laid. And I hope that's not you, but statistically speaking, it's most of y'all. Y'all laugh about married people not having sex, but married people are more likely to have a sex life. Single men are 20 times more likely, and single women are 10 times more likely not to have had sex even once in the past year.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Have you seen?
25% of single guys and 30% of single women lead sexless lives. And let's be honest, most of your favorite coaches are in.
Okay, I want him to finish that part right there. Here's the problem with bringing up the sex part, especially how he brought it up in regards to marriage. Here's one saying that I say on some videos in regards to this topic. If she's not wanting to spend a night with you, why would she spend her whole life with you? If you are one of these guys he's talking about and you just cannot get laid, how could you get married? So she won't have sex with me, but she will marry me. Why? And just because she marries me, this is why this is a dangerous point to make. So just because she marries me for whatever reason other than sex, okay, now what happens to the sex? She's just going to have sex with me? Because I literally just did a video where a guy, Officer Tatum, was saying that that's not how that works. You got to make her want to. God damn it. You got to make her want to. So if you can make her want to in marriage, you can't make her want to outside of it? What about saying I do magically gives you the ability to say, I'm about to butter her up, about to give you. What about marriage does that for you? If I'm an incel, or just a guy who can barely get laid, if you want to call that incel or not, whatever. Why would a woman marry me? This is a stupid reason to bring up. Very fucking stupid reason.
Relationships. So think about it. If pussy was just falling out of the sky for them, why would they be in a relationship?
If pussy was falling out of the sky for them, why would they be in a relationship? I don't know. Why did you decide to just stop fucking a whole bunch of women to get? I'm assuming this guy's married the way he's talking. But if a guy can just get women, why would he get married? You see the problem here? If you can get a bunch of women, why get married? If you're not getting laid, why not get married? Like, what the fuck?
I've successfully dated a lot of women, and I have to be honest, dating is really time consuming. So I can't imagine being a YouTuber on top of that. And I see some of your favorite creators posting videos every day, going live every day. And every video I've done takes me a minimum 10 hours up to a week to do. So when do they have time to date?
Listen, if you're not
Beat off, get a dial, have a hooker on speed dial. There's plenty of ways around the whole what the fuck I gotta do with getting married because you want to make YouTube? Or even if you want to do anything, what does that have to do with marriage? Oh, doing anything, dating is too time consuming, which it is. So therefore, marriage, because that person doesn't demand your time at all. Well, I won't say that. It's a straw man. Again, there are ways to not spend as much time trying to bust your nut. That doesn't have to do with getting married.
looking to get married, you shouldn't even be a part of the Why are you having a conversation about the benefits of marriage with somebody that's married and you're not looking to actually go down that path? Listen.
Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? So therefore, if you're only selling marriage to people who want to get married, then again, who are you talking to? That's stupid. I lost track of my. No, seriously. This idea of if you're trying to get married, can you talk about marriage? Again, people have this conversation from a personal standpoint. So when I hear people saying, "Oh, well, the benefits are this," you don't expect this human to step up and say, "Nah, nope." Imagine me telling a person who doesn't want guns or was anti-gun, "You don't want to own a gun? Well, why are you having this conversation?" I mean, it's stupid. If you're not wrong, then you're not wrong. People chiming in on what you said, whether they're trying to get married or not, it's kind of valid. If you don't want to entertain them, you're right. You don't have to entertain them. But they don't have to have an interest in getting married to talk about the pros and cons of being married. When Derek Jackson dropped that one video, reasons to date a single mother. Did you have to be wanting to date a single mother to give your opinion on dating single mothers? No. You can still watch that video and go, nope, 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 that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong.
If I'm not looking to be gay, why am I trying to figure out how gay people can have better sex? I don't like earbuds. I like the Apple AirPod Maxes. I'm not even interested in talking about the earbuds. Why am I in the room when they're giving a presentation on earbuds when the only thing I want to talk about is the ear?
Okay, let's keep it electronics. I'm a Samsung guy. I'm a Samsung guy. Why would I go watch a video that's about Xiaomi, if I'm saying that correctly? Why would I watch a video on Huawei? Why would I watch a video on any brand other than Samsung? I still like electronics. I still want to see what this person has to say about this brand I know nothing about. What concept did they come up with? I will never buy it. What concept did they come up with? You don't have to have a direct interest in something to watch the video you see it, and especially when you see how it's titled. Just fucking watch it. You can watch the video and give your ideas on whatever.
AirPod Maxes. 1 in 4 women is only gonna get married. What do you care? You only got to get it right once.
That's a stupid response to that. You gotta admit, that's a stupid response to that. All right, now I'm pretty sure he's talking directly to women because it wouldn't make any sense if he's talking to men, because unless he's saying the only way you can use that argument as a man is you're saying, oh, if I see 4 women, therefore if one of them's married, then obviously the other 3 will. That he has to be talking directly to women with that statement. But anyway, even if you're a woman, you hear that. You can use that if you want to get married. You're a woman. You hear that stat. You can kind of look at what the 25% do correctly or what they have in common and mirror that. But other than that, I don't see why he laughed or mocked that statement. But it's like 20 seconds left. I'm pretty sure he's just gonna wrap it up in a few seconds. That was my reaction to yet another video about somebody saying why you should get married. Again, it's a personal thing. Oh yeah, my personal views on marriage. Okay. Based on what I've seen, it's not really not for me. Um, do I know that there's benefits depending on who you are and what you want? Yeah. If you absolutely want children, then you should go ahead and do the commitment thing. Now, I say commitment thing because, like I said, I'm not a big fan of government things. So I've told several people I don't see other than again the government benefits part, which again my stance. You can do the ceremony in front of the witnesses, still make your promises in the front of the witnesses, and not do the legal document thing. But when people respond with, that's stupid, then what does it mean? What is it for? That proves my point that the government has a lot of power and control over this. If without them recognizing you're not willing to make the commitment, yeah, another reason why that idea scares me. I don't need kids, so it's not. I don't, you know what I mean? It's not a big. No, let me do it like this. What would make me say, okay, I'll get married? I gotta meet a chick, and I just damn near gotta be floored with the logic that she has with life, right? I have to. I mean, she got for one, she gotta have no debt. For one, when I say that, I mean like bullshit debt. Like, oh, I put 30 grand on like 7 credit cards. No shit like that. There's no way in hell. Uh, as far as kids go, uh, maybe one, but then they got to be like a fine to kid ratio situation. Um, dude, it's shit. Just really don't think. But I get like the pros are that if you both are um reasoned, rational adults, you will have this longevity thing of caring for each other and having someone there, you know. Uh, Memories, and when I say memories, I mean like memories that mean something. Because single people have memories too, but there's something I mentioned before that I've noticed. A lot of people think that having that because they go to the club every weekend that they have a life, and it's like if you subtract the club and you really just doing nothing, how can you say you have a life? So I guess married people again, rational people who get married, I guess they have more like legit memories of going to the kids this, teaching their kid that, passing things down. I'll get that. That to me is a legit. That's something you can look for if you want to get married. But I will admit, I am not someone who is surrounded by great examples. That's how many people. That aunt has a successful marriage. That aunt so far has a successful marriage, but her first marriage was trash. It lasted like a week. So back to one aunt. I don't know any male family members who have a successful marriage. No. Okay, her sister. You can legit. I'll admit, you can legit at this point say, "Hey, it's because your example sucked," and I'll accept that. I'll accept that. But it doesn't disqualify people's concerns. But you can say that part of me and people alike is we have horrible examples. I know all of them. So far off the top of my head, I've come with two women, female family members. Again, no male family members. I know that. So let's go over the people who just have kids. Okay, like including some hairs, I have to raise. It's like, yeah, I know that many people that just fucking had kids. Uh, shit. So I'll even say some of it is what I have seen through life. I think I said that in this video already. But be right, not positive. Out of here. Oh, you out here and close it out for real.